Flint and Taylor, they discuss different criteria on which territorial claims can be made. Effective control, territorial integrity, and historical and cultural claims. Let's take a closer look at the Crimea. That's the peninsula here, protruding into the Black Sea, which is now claimed and controlled by Russia. So effective control is there, although it's used to be part of Ukraine, and Ukraine has a land bridge to it. So for territorial integrity, it fits more to the territory of the Ukraine. But Russia has fixed that to some extent by creating this bridge across these straits towards Kerch, and that's really increased effective control. The troops can be easily be moved towards the Crimea, and officials can easily travel over there. And well, that's really create facts on the ground by increasing effective control, and also that creating kind of territorial integrity towards Russia. Other claims are based on history or culture. When you look at historical borders, you see that the borders of the Ukraine, recent history until the 1990s and the beginning of this century, this included clearly the Crimea. And those borders were created for the Ukraine during Soviet time, so like 50 years ago. But when you go further back into history, you see that what's precursor states to Ukraine, Ruthenia, in the 17th century, it was much smaller. So the historical claims to the Crimea are therefore a little bit weaker for the Ukraine. And when you look at cultural aspects, looking at language, for instance, or ethnicity, you see that the majority of people living in the Crimea regard themselves as Russian. So you can argue that then Russia has some rights to make that claim. Although there are always minorities, and what Flint and Taylor at the beginning of the book also stress, when you make a new state, you always create a new minority. So although the majority of the people living in the Crimea are Russian-speaking and ethnic Russians, and they were a minority in Ukraine, now the Ukrainians are a minority in the Crimea as part of Russia.